Hey everyone, welcome to the cabin. I'm here with Sarah and Beatrice, and I finally remembered to film the introduction at the end, so I know exactly what I got done, so no more broken promises. My only problem is I can't remember everything I did. I know we're going to put the other solar panel in series, we're going to finish the trim in the cabin, and a bunch of other small stuff. Dogs are so funny. They know when something's up, and Sarah's a week and a half out from an elective surgery, and Beatrice is not leaving her side.
It's like glue.
Yeah, it's really cute. She's been glued to her, just non-stop. Sarah's doing really well, for those who are curious. But it's a 6-week recovery, so she's got to take it easy. So if you're a regular viewer, you might remember, or I'll explain it if you're not. The last time I updated my solar, I found some panels for sale close to me. They were a good deal. I gave them a quick look. I bought 3 of them. I didn't need more power, but solar is my hobby, so I wanted to put them up, and I thought it would look better to have bigger panels on my roof instead of 4 little ones that didn't take up much space. So I put these panels up, and I bought a new charge controller that could handle their voltage, or so I thought, and after looking at them more closely, the open circuit voltage is around 140 volts. The charge controller can handle 150. 99% of the time, that would be fine, but that 1% will fry your charge controller. And when that happens is when it's nice and sunny, but the panels are cool. So maybe after a summer rainstorm or something, that's a time when you could ruin your charge controller if it can't handle the voltage that your panels put out. So there were a lot of potential solutions to this. The one I chose was not the least expensive, but it was the easiest for me. I've got a new charge controller here. We'll get it unboxed. We're going to put the final panel back in series, and then we'll get this thing installed, and we'll see how everything works. I'm sure what I need is at the bottom. Okay, not too bad. Not too much misplaced stuff. Not that there's any kind of organization to that. Alright, so I'm connecting plus to minus right here of this panel to this panel. That extra panel should be connected in series. We'll go inside and check it, and then if it's right, we will clean up that mess of wires and tuck them all underneath. Updated firmware, voltage 125. It was making 1,000 watts when I first hooked it up. Hey bud. Lots of stuff to eat in here, huh? Alright, I'm going to turn on the mini split because the batteries are full. So I want to use some power so we can make some power. Where is the mini split controller? That is the question. It's not there. There it is. So, let's see here. Alright, so mini split is blowing nice and cold. We're still on the old charge controller. these are not conditions that are dangerous for it. It's really hot out. The panels are hot. They're not going to be making high voltage. All right, so first thing we're going to do is shut off power coming in. And the next thing is shut off power from the battery. Take our multimeter and just check. So we got nothing coming from the PV, nothing coming from the battery. Now if we were to do over here, we got 27 volts, 40 volts coming off the panels. So we know this thing is off, and I can't electrocute myself. Take this cover off. Now I do want to be careful in here because I do have live power. Disconnect that. So here's the conundrum. This box is grounded. When I pull that out, that'll spark. So we gotta go shut this wire off at the combiner box. All right, I'm going up. Bit of a gap to bridge here. Oh my goodness. It's like a bug apocalypse up here. Oh, I'm just covering the screen. Look at all this. Good Lord. Alright. Oh my goodness. Don't tell me I didn't bring a screwdriver. I did bring a screwdriver. This is so dark you guys probably can't see. But alright, well we got two strings. Only one's used. I don't know which one it is. So we're just going to shut them both off. Back downstairs. Not before checking out the bug apocalypse again. And the view from the loft. All right. So now we're back in here. These are still hot. This is not, but we can check it just to be sure. Yeah. All good. Alright, this thing is big, and the amperage that it can put out is majorly overkill for the power I can produce, but the voltage is what we need. I get everything from Northern Arizona, wind and sun. They're not a sponsor of me. They never have been. I just buy all my stuff there because they have technical support. So if I have a question about something, how to program something, I can call their experts and they will help me as part of the service when you buy from them. When you're trying to do an unboxing on camera and not have to edit it and do all kinds of jump cuts, it's like nothing freaking cooperates with you. Yeah, there you go. It's big. That's my hand. And then we've got this and a Midnight Baby box as our disconnect. And these are breakers that can handle 250 volts. Now, I only have one string, so technically I could just use a disconnect, a shut off, but this is about the same price, so why not use circuit protection? The reason that you don't need breakers when you only have one string is because there can't be a situation where you could overload the amperage that the wire can handle, because there's no other string to accidentally send their power down the wrong line, which I don't know how common that is, but I believe that that's the rationale behind not needing a circuit breaker for a single string of solar panels. All right, so let's get this put in. Looks like we got to take 3 of these little guys out here, and this has got the same things right there. Put that on there. like that. Close down. That's interesting. I'm going to take another one of those out. Yeah, it'll still do its purpose, but... I'd like to take a second to thank Bobby's Solar Homestead for technical consulting on this project. Bobby is a super nice guy who helped me out of the kindness of his own heart. Thanks, Bobby. Like that. I think it's 6 gauge stranded. No big deal. Bigger wire. Just by using hand pressure. Yeah, that's better. This is the earthing bus bar. Don't forget your sticker. Sarah wants her medicine cabinet in. Alright, let's put this back on.
Hey, that wasn't supposed to be on film.
Well, you said stuff while I was filming. And I love having these right above it so I can quickly glance and see what the voltage is from each array and how much power they're making. And I brought another one, and I bought this one because it could handle the voltage of those panels, and it runs on 12 volt supply, whereas these can run on 24 volt supply. There we go. Now it's all bored out for whoever actually wants to use it next, and it's actually a size that's useful. Yeah, I wanted to lower this down so it doesn't block this fan here. The other fan's right here, so it's PV plus. Everything is disconnected. See, this is nice. This has got the nice big. That's in there good. Now PV negative, which is this. Alright, that's good, that's good. Battery negative, which is that one's good. Let's zoom out a little. See a little bit more of what's going on here. And now we've got, you can zoom out even more. You can see these are our breakers. This protects the wire lines going to the battery, and then we've also got one in here for this battery charger, which I've never used. I've never even hooked it up. I mean, it's wired in, but I've never hooked a generator to it because I've never needed it. All right, so battery positive. All right, battery positive, and that is in there good too. Okay, so just double check battery. Yes, Battery, yes, because it goes to the shunt, which might as well show you. There's the shunt and the negative bus bar. There's the shunt negative bus bar. Let's put this little baby box back on here. Alright, so turn that on. It's connected to the battery. Alright, I'm just going to fasten in our ground right here. Just tighten it a bit. That's getting tight. Alright, I just turned on that combiner box. So we'll go switch on that breaker and hope everything works. I've updated the firmware on the controller. I'm a little nervous about that random Amazon Chinese import high voltage DC breaker. But we'll see what happens. Well, this bulk light came on. Let's see what firmware has been updated. Let's see if we're actually making power. Yes, we are. 700 watts. Unsecured access. No. I don't care. Like, who would... Another update. It's weird you do like 2 updates in enable. I like that when it gives you the stats. That's what that was. It gives you the stats without having to go into it. Alright, I guess we're doing another update. Firmware update complete. Yeah, we're making 800 watts of those south-facing panels right now. And what did I say? I think they're 350 watts each. Alright, finally got it to do what I wanted to do. So we're using like 24 watts. Each of these controllers are producing, so we got the main one's 430 watts. The little one on the east side is 54 watts, and on the west side is 30 watts. And they're in float, and we're running the mini split, and we're not actually using any power. It's basically modulating. This one is basically modulating how much power it gives to keep us right above full and keep that thing running. Yep, 100% power. I'm gonna have to run the air conditioning. Good problem to have, too much power. We've got that back in there. Got the instruction manual and everything in the original plastic, so I'll have to decide what I'm gonna do with that. Alright, and this is the next thing I want to work on. We've got a space there for a vanity and no vanity, so let's go start on that. Alright, so let's go check out Sarah's vanity. This is one of those situations where I should have kept my mouth shut. She kept finding ones she liked, and I'd be like, I don't buy that, I'll build one. And then I had to build one, and it took me like a week, and it's not even done yet. So let's put it together. Alright, I got finish. I got a clamp to glue it together. I got all the parts, I got all the hardware, I got the hinge hardware, the screws to hang it. Everything I need except the glue.
that strong enough?
It says it can hold 20 pounds.
How heavy is it?
Well, it's not 20 pounds.
What if I put 20 pounds worth of stuff in it?
Alright, dinner time. And that's where my newspaper oil rags are in case they spontaneously combust. They're in the oven. Didn't quite finish that project. Everything's waiting there to get done. But now, eat some dinner. Good job, honey. You cooked.
Look like a mess.
Gosh, man.
Clean but
She
cleaner
is
pants.
being so clingy. She must know that you're recovering. Because she will not leave your side.
Just doing my job.
She's like, don't bother me. I added another 2 points of contact there, so let's go get it hung up. Next project is the trim. Alright, well, that's a temporary solution, like everything else here. Put these little splines in here, and then these hinges are called sauce hinges. They're kind of a pain to put in. This whole thing is made out of it's made out of leftover white oak flooring. Except for this back panel, which is from the shelves in my break room in my shop, if you remember that project. But these really figured shelves are just leftover flooring milled down. Same with that, just really pretty flooring that was really short. That wouldn't look good in the floor, but I saw it and I said, well, that will make a good shelf or something. Did the picture frame this on a jig that I made. Had some glass put in it. Still have to make a handle, maybe a little latch, and a little drawer. I'll make a little drawer with like some dovetails on there, something cool looking, some half blind dovetails or something. So there it is. I had to put little stabilizer screws hidden in there for the time being until I'm really done putting it up. Alright, so for anyone who's curious about power usage on the Pioneer, it's dusk and we're running basically all of our lights, all the little parasitic loads like the little chargers and the thermometers, and so we've got the inverter going and the mini split. So everything in the cabin right now is using 500 watts, which I don't think that's bad at all. We've got it set to 67. The cabin's like 70 degrees. We're just running it just to see how much power it uses when there's no sun. And if you can see outside, it's like the sun is behind the trees, basically sets over there. So that's pretty good. I mean, that you got to keep in mind that inverter is only 89% efficient. So, you know, you got a 11% penalty on top of that. So that 500 watts isn't really 500 watts. So, and then you got all of our lights. So the inverter doesn't take a ton of power. And now we're using the water heater too. We're taking showers, warm indoor showers. All right, folks, we're getting ready to go to bed. We're still in here. We're still running the mini split. We just took warm showers. I'll tell you what, it feels like cheating. But if this is cheating, I don't want to play fair.